Sip Saroja, Sip Shayad, Sip Rajendra, Sip Rubataji, Sip Lakshmi, Sip Sarla, Sip Sip Sagai, Sip Anand, Sip Meenakshi, Sip Atmatray, Sip Manju, Sip Bala, Sip Satish, Sip Lawrence, Sip Deepatma, Sip Bliss, Sip Brijesh, Sip Chidanand, Sip Harshal, Sip Ritika, Sip Swati, and the rest of you whom I cannot see, but I welcome you to this beautiful call. I had to drive at 150 kilometers per hour to reach uh, in time today, but it's all part of the journey. And here I am with the amazing topic for today. Administrator, topic of today is how do spiritual people deal with their family and society? This many of you seem to struggle with this question. Therefore, this question today: how do spiritual people deal with their family and society? Who would like to? Who would like to try this? Uh, we have got Anandri to start. Thank you, Anand, for giving a start. It's always good to have somebody giving a discussion a quick start. Anand, Saroja, and Lawrence. Yes, please.
Shiva, Guruji.
Shivoham.
Yeah, I think we need to replace expectation with acceptance.
Means okay, but how do you? The question is a little deeper, Anand. The question is. I'm repeating it for you. How do spiritual people deal with their family and society? So, are you saying only with family and society you don't have expectation and you accept? That's all. But they have a big problem. They are not willing.
No. So I think like we also have to see them as sips and give that acceptance. That's what I was thinking. Like like how we would see anybody else. So there has to be a dispassion, and that dispassion will come with acceptance.
Explain a little bit more. Maybe you're saying the right thing, but maybe you need to explain it a little bit more.
So I think what I feel is typically, we expect our family members to accept us, but we have expectations from them, telling that they have to behave this way or my kid has to achieve this.
If you are spiritual, you will have expectation, then you are not spiritual.
No, I'm telling that is how normally we would have. So that's why I'm telling we need to revert it and say that we need to have, kind of acceptance towards our family members and society. And maybe I'm not getting it fully.
Yeah. So I think okay, it doesn't matter. So you're trying to articulate what you're trying to say. Doesn't matter. Let's try Saroja, Lawrence, and then Raji, Will, and Siva. Let's see where we are. Okay. Yes.
Shivoham Guruji. So,
Shivoham.
and my love to all the members in this group. And
Yes.
I feel as a spiritual person in family, we will do our duty, we will do all the responsibilities, but leave the result to God. We will surrender to God, and we will do like a divine instrument, not attached for the result. And we are always loving but detached. And towards society, I think we will be very kind. We will be helpful, like say tan man dhan. Always we try to help the society because SIP is in all, and we come to know that the same SIP which is everywhere. We try to be more kind and compassionate towards all beings.
I am not sure. As I told you, how do spiritual people, if you are a spiritual people, how do you deal with your family and society? Is it the same way like a normal person deals, or spiritual people have to have a different way of dealing with family and society? This is a question we are trying to understand today.
Yeah, we will be the same, like we do our responsibilities towards the family, but we are not attached to the results. Whatever result, we surrender to God. We are detached in that.
Mm-hmm. Okay, let me
We
see whether
don't expect much from the family.
There's a big problem in family. Either from the side of a spiritual person with the family, there's a problem, or from the side of family to spiritual person, there's a problem, or from a side of society to spiritual person, there's a problem. So I'm sure some of you are facing this problem. So how do you deal with this problem? Because I want to be spiritual, but people don't understand me, and people want me to go to mall and movie and dance and wine, and then how do I deal with it? Because I'm spiritual. And on the other
Yes, yes.
end, I mean, people say, क्या तुम्हारा spiritual भाड़ में जाओ, तुम और तुम्हारा spiritual भाड़ में जाओ, बिरयानी बनाओ, बिरयानी खाना है, बिरयानी बनाओ. नहीं, मैं जूम कॉल में हूँ. जूम कॉल को गोली मारो, बिरयानी बनाओ, बिरयानी खाना है, तो बिरयानी गरम गरम करो. Then how do
Yes,
you
Swami,
deal with
that is there. Yes, Swamiji. We do the duty
Lawrence?
and then free time we give to spirituality. We have to do
Do
the
my
we have to
duty
do the
and free
biryani.
time.
We have to do
Free
the
time.
biryani and whatever they ask. Because they are not spiritual, they don't understand the importance. So the other time, like no seeing TV or serial, nothing. Whatever time is left over, totally to spirituality and always
But
sip
they
on the
don't,
lip.
even that they have a problem. Even that they have a problem. क्या तुम सीरियल नहीं देखते? आ जाओ सीरियल देखो. चलो पिक्चर के लिए चलो. नहीं, मैं स्पिरिचुअल हूँ, मुझे फिल्म नहीं जाना है. एक थप्पड़ मारूंगा तुम्हारी स्पिरिचुअलिटी का, तो देखो क्या करता हूँ तुम्हारी स्पिरिचुअलिटी. So how do you deal with it? Lawrence, do you know what we are talking about, Lawrence?
I might sip, and if I listened to you today, so if I might, Guruji, steal from you, that I would respond and not react, and I would respond. You gave a perfect example of being an example to others. Yeah, not doing things the way they have to do, maybe on automatic pilot. I don't want to be in that situation. So when you use the word reaction, I thought, okay, chain reaction. That's what happens if I react to others. So I would say, yeah, thank you so much. Any tips on how I can better respond? I think it was all there. It was very simple.
That's what we have to learn today. Today we have to learn how to deal with family and society. And we are spiritual.
I think it may be tied up with, oh my gosh, eliminating the mind, stilling the mind, killing the mind. It probably has a lot to do with that.
It is beyond that. It is beyond that, Lawrence.
Oh, good.
Let's see, Raji.
Oh, good.
Raji
good.
and Ritika.
Thank
Raji
you.
and let's hear. Thank
Perfect.
you. Let's hear Raji and Ritika.
Shivam Guruji. A
Shivam Raji.
spiritual person has no family, but he lives with detached attachment.
Has no family. What happened to that?
No.
What happened to your family?
Because once he is spiritual means he does not see them as a family members. All
now see, Raji is coming with a sixer. Raji is saying there is no family. But with that sixer, you can get googly, you can get clean, bold, Raji. Be careful, Raji. The spiritual person has family. How can spiritual person not have family, Raji?
He has family, but he does not see as a family. For him, everybody is same. There is no family member. This, that.
So now you are saying something different. Now you are saying something different. The spiritual person expands the word family to the whole world.
Yes.
Vasudeva Kutambakam. Vasudeva Kutambakam. What's the meaning of Vasudeva Kutambakam?
No separate family. All are one, and he lives with detached.
The world is my family. But this is not easy unless you are really spiritual. So, Raji, how do you deal with your family and society, Raji?
By God's grace, I don't have been much problem, Guruji. By Shiv's grace. Because all are mostly spiritual only, or religious, whatever you say. So, no boga generally. Or everybody is in
no problem. You're not facing any problem.
No, Guruji. In fact, if I don't come to the call, if somebody comes, my husband, he will tell, no, 8 o'clock to 9 o'clock, my wife is having a call, please don't come. He will directly tell. In fact, I will feel a little bit how I will say, but he deals with it. He tells, no, please don't come.
He's your custodian. He's your custodian. Okay. Let me ask Ritika. Let us hear from Ritika and Krishna what is their situation. Ritika and Krishna.
Shivoham Guruji. Yeah, even I agree because I know you have said that we come alone and go alone. Sorry for the background noise. But we come alone and go alone. So, I mean, that attachment should not be there and you have to let go of everything and ignorance.
So are you able to?
No, na? I'm in the process.
So, how do you, as a spiritual person, deal right now with your family and society? How do you deal with it now?
Ignorance.
Ignorance,
this
you
point-
ignore them?
No, I ignore anything that is said to me which does not align with me.
But you're clear that you want to move on the spiritual path, or you are willing to
Yes.
compromise?
No, not willing to compromise. And also, it has to be your first priority. I know that you have told me.
Beautiful. You're remembering good things. You have got a good memory. I'm happy that you're remembering things. So, a few good things Ritika is telling. One, Ritika is telling, my spirituality is my first priority. Very important. My spirituality is not going to be bypassed by anybody. And second thing that what Ritika is telling, if somebody says something which is against my spirituality, I ignore it. I just take it from one ear and take it out from the other ear. Beautiful. I find two very good points. Thank you, Ritika. Let's hear Krishna. What is Krishna going to say? Krishna, how do you deal, my dear Krishna, with society and family? Today is a big learning for many people on the call. Many people on the call will have lots of learnings. Yes, Krishna.
Shivoham. So I
Shiva.
have a very huge family and I am very active in the society as well. But when I found out this priority, as Ritika said, when I am clear of my priority, when my choice were set right, nobody can take me away. In fact, they are helping me or supporting me. And these days were a clear, indication of that as well. And yesterday you told another beautiful point. Every day you give us beautiful points. I listened to the Happiness Secret also. It's really wow, sir. The 11 minutes is really beautiful. And you yesterday said right hand hold on to sip or the guru. Left hand you do anything. So my left hand I have given.
See what a beautiful thing Krishna said. Krishna saying, and please continue, Krishna, after I emphasize your points. Krishna is saying, in my spiritual life, my right hand is firm with my spirituality. And right hand means my priority. My right hand, nobody can grasp my right hand. My right hand has caught hold of sip. My right hand has caught hold of my priority. Left hand, I can do anything. What a beautiful thing that Krishna has captured. You have free, your left hand is free to do whatever you want. But some people do the opposite. Some people, their right hand also is caught with family. The left hand is caught with society. And then the right leg is caught with something. And left leg is for spirituality. If your left leg is for spirituality, it can't work.
Yes.
But if your right hand is for spirituality, then you are set. Continue, Krishna. Very beautifully said. Continue.
Yeah. And then you taught us, don't try to balance everything. Try to integrate spirituality into your daily life.
Wow, 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 wow. Look at what Krishna is saying. Now I'm adding both the points. Spirituality is the right hand. So I grasp hold of spirituality. Now, what do? Everything else which is on my left hand and left foot and right foot, I don't balance. I integrate. Because my priority is my spirituality. Nothing can take it away from me. This is what I do. As my life, my spirituality is very important. Nothing can. Today also, some of you watched Happiness Secret on Instagram at 7 p.m. at 7 minutes 11. Where was I? I was in the middle of Iceland, somewhere driving 150 kilometers an hour to come in time for Zoom. I stopped the car in the center of the road somewhere, pushed the car in one corner, switched on. What did I switch on? I switched on Instagram for 11 minutes. Now, of course, I mean, it's dangerous to drive. The speed limit is 90 and I'm driving at 150. It's not the best thing that I can do. But it's very important. It's very important that what did Krishna say so beautifully? Right hand spirituality, everything else gets integrated. So is Krishna telling, or is anybody telling that we should throw the family out? We should throw society out? Is that what we should do? We don't have to become a recluse. You don't have to become a recluse. If you become like me, that what happens in my case is I start enjoying spirituality more than anything else. For me, my enlightenment is more entertainment For me, enlightenment is far more entertainment. So that is a grace. If you reach that level, that enlightenment is far better than any other fun. Good, Krishna. Anything else you would like to add?
No, sir, thank you. And you
Very beautifully said. Krishna has added to what Ritika said. Ritika said, Chodo, anybody says something about spirituality, ignore it. And spirituality is my priority. One more thing she said. So very, very important that we add to these points. Jasmine, let's hear an American point of view. Jasmine, how does a spiritual person deal with family and society?
Yes, so I would say I try to show compassion and patience and understanding. I know that everyone is going to take a different road in life, so I show respect even if someone is not on the same road as me. But I do try to set boundaries in a respectful way because I try not to let family or society impose their will on me. But I do compromise because I love my family. So, for example, I don't celebrate Christmas anymore, but I love being outside. I love winter time. So I say we can celebrate winter as a season instead of celebrating Christ. So I try to operate and handle family and society with love.
Okay, beautiful. So Jasmine says one thing very important. She says, I try to, she used the word compromise, but I would say she said compromise. And she also said, I would not let anybody impose upon me something which is against my spirituality. So this is important, Jasmine. When we make spirituality a priority, only then can spirituality become a way of life. Spirituality cannot be a matter of convenience. If we are going to do, we are going to say, okay, today I have nothing else to do, so let me come on Zoom. It can't work. You've got to say, like Raji said, my husband tells everybody 8 to 9, Raji is not available. Don't even try to come. Because that's my hour with SIP. That's my hour with spirituality. Many of you have made this your hour of power. So it is actually the hour of power. This is what Robert Schuller used to call his program every Sunday morning, his sermon. And I'd love to steal that word. I'd love to steal the word and call it the hour of power. So what a beautiful sharing. Thank you, Jasmine. Siva, what do you have to say, Siva?
Shiva Guruji.
Sure.
As a spiritual person, I would say, even with the family also, lovingly you can act, knowing that nothing is mine and no relationship is forever. Keeping that in mind, you can be in the family doing your whatever action you have to do. That is how I do it. But my first priority is spirituality. My priority is always spirituality. I can never go back, leave this and get into the family the work or this thing. And the second one is society. I don't sink in the society at all. I do go, but I don't sink into the society and I don't chase pleasure also. So that is how. And third one is even in the family also as an unattached person, doing everything as a detached attachment. That way also it works out very well. And finally, what I think is everything is a drama. We all come and play our role and go away. So these are the things.
No, very well said.
Easy.
Very good things you have said. Let me tell you what is the challenge. The challenge is sometimes when you want to be spiritual and you are not able to deal with family and society. Or you want to be spiritual and family and society are stopping you. There are two major possibilities we are talking about today. One, where you are spiritual, but you don't know how to deal with family and society.
No, I know how to withdraw also from that. I have learned that also to withdraw from that. If they are against my spiritual this thing, I know
so
how
what
to
teaches
withdraw.
us, that's called uparati. Uparati means learning like a tortoise. The tortoise, what does the tortoise do when a family and society tries to attack it? The tortoise withdraws, takes the head inside.
Yes.
But what if we are clinging to our family and society? We are spiritual. We are spiritual, but we are clinging. Oh, my mother. Oh, my husband. Oh, my child. We are clinging. Then how can
No,
we
that
evolve
clinging,
spirituality?
no, clinging is not there. Now it's everything is stopped. My first and foremost, this thing is spirituality, and I never like to miss this. And whenever I am free, I like to go through the notes that I have written, and this is how I spend my time also throughout the day.
Okay, good, Raji. We are trying to help everybody in this call, try to deal with this subject today. And I'm sure with all the inputs, in the end, we will come to a conclusion. 8:45 administrator will try to conclude what everybody says and put it together. Karma, Sukeshini, Premchandji, Rajendra.
Shivohamer,
Yes.
allow me to please give a little bit longer answer. To start with, once spirituality stops being an extended part of you, that means you don't have to practice spirituality every day, but you become that, then it's very easy to just all these things which used to attract somebody, the materialistic, the every weekend going out to party or movie, that just drops off. This is my personal experience. It happened with me. And I think stronger boundaries, as Jasmine said, initially there would be a retaliation by your family that why you have become like this, why are you doing this is not your age to do that, a lot of other things. But after, if you stay on your path, I they just stop doing that. And at current state of mind is such that even my friends, they seek permission to, even before call, they have to text me if I'm available to call. They just can't randomly call, they just can't make random plans with me. I am not available for any of that anymore. But having said that, it doesn't mean I deprive myself of going out for a movie or a good food or something. But honestly, I cannot do that anymore every weekend. I need at least 2 days every week to just be with myself. And ऑफ लेट नाउ एवरीबडी इन द फैमिली हैज फाइनली एक्सेप्टेड कि हाँ ये तो ऐसी ही हो गई है, अब ये ऐसी ही है, ऐसी ही रहेगी. So this is kind of a respite. But yes, I think stronger boundaries, and once we become spiritual instead of just practicing spirituality, it all becomes very easy, but requires a lot of courage, because you need to continue doing the same thing and stick to your path. Otherwise, these attractions are too many to distract you every day. So
Okay, well said. Well, very, very beautifully said by Karma. I think long answer, but good answer. So, my dear friends, when you become spiritual, you become spiritual. And therefore, when you become spiritual, it's like, only a magnet will attract those particles. And when you are not magnetic, then those particles you don't attract, because you have lost that magnetism, that attraction of the material world. But therefore, karma has taken us to a new point. Are we truly spiritual? If you're really spiritual, then you enjoy stillness, then you enjoy silence. When I come to a place like Iceland, people sometimes tell me, what is there in Iceland? There is nothing. But if somebody comes to Iceland and says, wow, it's superb, that means they are spiritual. That means their soul is very pure. That soul is enjoying the nothingness. Because otherwise in Iceland, there's nothing. Nothing. So I hope. Thank you, Karma, for your answer. So Keshini, Premchand, Rajendra will.
Good evening, sir. Shivoham, sir.
Yes, Sukeshini.
Thank you very much for what all you have been guiding me.
You are strong. You are a divine soul. So nothing to worry. Okay, tell me, all is back to normal. Everything is okay.
Yes, sir. I started with office today.
Good. Life
So,
has to move on, and we have to joyously accept the will of the divine as the will, without any question, without any hesitation. So Sukeshni is one very strong person in our call, and she faced a personal tragedy, but that personal tragedy has not affected her. She is strong as she always was, and maybe Tukeshri, once you can, when you're strong enough to accept how he used to be involved in the call, you can share. It'll be good whenever you can. Yes, Tukeshri.
Yeah, so I was so glad he spoke to you also.
Yes, he was on the call once or twice. He has
Yeah.
come on the call.
And today only I was searching that link and I got it. That was April 21. He spoke to you.
Okay, good. So
And he was
Sukeshini's husband, who has now become one with SIP, he used to be on the call. And Sukesh's husband used to be on the call, and he used to be supporting her on the call. And of course, his body had some issues, and his body had liberated him. And now he is one with the divine. So that is the grace and the acceptance level. We have to learn. We have to learn to accept the reality of life. And when we accept the reality of life, then we are really spiritual. Good, Sukeshna. You would like to say something on today's topic?
Today's answer, I would say, as I started going towards this spirituality, and when I learned from you, you made it so easy that, with family, you can always go along with the spiritual way. You always said that everything can go, and you said that SIP is a priority, and SIP on your lips. So that I am following. Attending the calls, of course, few days I wasn't, but always I, listen to your recordings. Secondly, from expectation, getting into acceptance. That what helped me always be in the, SIP be your priority, attending the calls, and detached attachment. Slowly, I learned. And I feel the past few weeks, what I was going through and your topics, every day it was making me stronger and stronger. So I'm really
Good.
thankful for that.
Good.
And
we are proud
one
of
more-
you. We are proud of you to be an example, role model. So yes, Sukeshna.
one more feedback. This that Monday's bhajans, the audio is very low. So if you can, I listen to the Shivoham temple bhajan.
Okay, we'll check. Some people have complained, but some of our team always tells, there's a Bharti always says that the audio is low, Bharti is also listening to this
So we are
call on
unable to reply
Instagram.
whenever
So,
you are live.
so we will check. We will check. Administrators, please make note Monday night why it is low, and please. Thank you, Sukeshna. Always be strong. Premchand जी बोलिए, फैमिली सोसाइटी से कैसे डील करना है, वो है आपका क्वेश्चन, और कुछ बोलना है आपको?
शिवोहम गुरुदेव.
शिवोहम.
First thing, following the path of detached attachment.
Yes.
Second, so long we live in social circle, disturbances are bound to come, and we cannot avoid. The only way is SIP is inside. SIP is inside. So whatever disturbance comes, it will automatically go away. That is the only way.
Good. Seeing SIP in all.
See SIP in all, and SIP is inside.
SIP is inside. Very good, Premchand ji. So this is also a good challenge when you have other people coming around you. How do you deal with those other people? There are no other people. When you realize there is no other people, SIP is inside me, SIP is inside all, then your ability to deal becomes much better. Thank you, Premchand ji. Rajendra, Will, Bala, and Sonal. I don't know, Sonal is new. Rajendra, Will, Bala, and Sonal.
Shivam sir. First of all, I will commit that I am enjoying this journey in a most ecstatic way. So for me now, my spirituality is priority. Other things are now secondary. So every person around me knows my commitment and conviction. Everybody knows by now. Everybody knows that this man has gone in a state of vairagya. But that doesn't mean I am away from anybody. I am not away from anybody. They are all around me. But if at all there are some obstructions, I am able to reconcile or mend these obstructions as per my own way, so that my spiritual journey doesn't get affected.
Very good. So this is what. See, many people are saying very clearly, SIP is our priority. This call is our priority. Now, like we said, like Krishna said the beautiful thing what she caught. Krishna said, SIP is in my right hand. My spirituality is in my right hand. Nobody can shake it. Left hand is available. Anybody wants my left hand is available. But if somebody says my sip is in my left hand, then the problem comes. Why the problem comes? Because you're making sip second priority. If you make sip second priority, what do you think? Can sip make you the priority? If you make sip second priority, sip also will make you second priority. So are you wanting to be second priority for sip? Or do you want to be the first priority for sip? If you want to be the first priority, then grab hold of sip in the right hand. Don't compromise on this. Thank you, Rajendra. Will, Bala, Sonal, Saroja.
Shivohang, thanks for taking the call.
Yes.
I think the points have been nicely covered in this conversation. And I would like just to reflect that I have a friend who's apparently very enlightened in America. And he's become very troubled. He knows what he's doing. He knows that the political situation there is on a knife edge. And he gets drawn into it. It's not like he knows what's going to happen. He gets drawn into it and he starts writing about it. And he later on reflects how it creates disturbance in him. And he withdraws from the battle. And he goes back goes back into the silence. But so he's playing this game of going into society, getting disturbed by it, and then having to withdraw because it's too uncomfortable for him. He can see that it creates trouble because it creates a kind of disturbance. And so even though you see oneness, like you can see everybody as one, and still there's a kind of exhaustion that takes place that you can't really explain, because you would think that if oneness would be the same whether you're in dealing with the politics or in the country in Iceland, it would be the same, but it's not the same actually. And there's limits to how much trouble you can take.
But Will, I'd like to ask you a question, Will.
Yes, sir.
If a person is genuinely spiritual, you say, if you also said your friend is enlightened, then why would he poke his nose into political matters? Politics is not spirituality. Why would he poke his nose in political matters?
You'll have to ask him. I'm
okay.
not
you please tell him AiR asked the question if he knows me, if he knows about me. See, because let me tell you, any politics is going away from spirituality. Because whatever is in politics is got to do with a bunch of scoundrels. There are a bunch of scoundrels in all politics. Even though you're a good person, sometimes you're a very good person, but you get caught with a bunch of scoundrels. So that's a problem. So spirituality is realizing I am the divine soul. Each of us is divine. We can be in the social sector, trying to help society, trying to help the poor, trying to do karma yoga. But I don't believe that politics is the place for spirituality.
Well, it's just on a knife edge, and I think he just comments on it. He's not really involved in it, but he obviously knows what's going on, and I think to some degree he follows it. But it's such a disaster between the two leaders there. He found it greatly despairing that there was no real leadership. The whole country, he was very upset. But
do you know Will, what I do? Do you know the secret of what I do, Will? I've stopped reading the newspaper. I stopped watching television.
But is that responsible? Like, should you not be part of the political conversation? Because your views are also your views.
You can be, but you will lose your peace of mind. If every day you listen to the kind of people dying and the kind of accidents and the kind of crime, if all the time you're taking that information into your head, then that's a lot of toxic garbage.
But still, do you not have some duty to politics?
No, I know who's the Prime Minister of India, and I know Kamala Harris may stand for elections. That much I know. But all I'm saying is that we need to only take the tip of that information. We should not let that information, the tip of information, overtake sip.
Yes.
SIP should be our priority. What's all this drama? I mean, I come to know if there's a big bomb that drops somewhere and some 100 people die. I come to know if in Bangladesh there are some riots happening. I come to know, but I don't poke my nose. I don't try to say what is happening in Bangladesh. Why are all these people fighting? It's all a drama. I know what's happening. I'm not ignorant, but I don't absorb the garbage. Got it, Will? So in family and society also, we cannot be completely disassociated from family and society, but we should not sink in the family and society.
Yes, my feeling is that you have your own duties, but even those duties become a burden to you, so that you have to go for a retreat in Iceland and so on.
Yeah, I actually run away before otherwise people grab me. So before to avoid people grabbing me, I come around here to these green pastures and these mountains, and I try to find solace. But that's my gift from SIP. SIP has blessed me to have this. So thank you, Will. Thank you for your interesting thing. Bala, Sonal, Saroja, Sachin, Nitai, Govind, Rumataji, and then round number 2. Bala.
Ram Guruji. Love you, Guru. First of all, as Krishna said that you need to give your hand to sick, right hand to the sick. Secondly, your formula RD, don't be RD, sir. So this is helping Guru.
Beautiful. Bala has brought another beautiful line. Bala is saying, what I do, no RDX, no RDX. If somebody says something, let them say. I respond very calmly. Very beautiful, Bala. Keep up the good work. Sonal, you are new to the call, Sonal. Have you spoken before, or is the first time? How did you come on this call? Unmute Sonal, please unmute Sonal. Yes.
Sir, good namaste. I'm not new. I have been in the call, but on off. I'm not able to attend.
Have you asked question before from me?
Yeah, sir. Yes, sir.
Long back. Is it long back or?
Long back, 1.5 months plus.
Okay. So tell me, what is your question or comment today?
I am very much depressed. Okay. First thing is the statement starts with this, and what makes me depressed? My question is, does isolation from people and society makes a person depressed? Because the fruit of my life hasn't been so much good, so I have cut off myself from everything. Okay, kids and general basic things only, like okay, बच्चों का काम. I feel so much isolated and I feel अभी क्या है, मतलब हिंदी में बोलूं तो ये है कि लाइफ अभी मुझे कुछ सार्थकता नहीं दिखती है मुझे अभी लाइफ में. अब मुझे आई नो द अल्टीमेट एम, ठीक है, मनुष्य जीवन जो मिला है, लेकिन आइसोलेट करने का भी कोई मैं हुई नहीं हूँ. मतलब मैंने वॉलेंटरी ये लाइफ चूज नहीं की है. ये हो गया है कि अब मुझे कहीं नहीं जाना है, मुझे किसी से कोई बात नहीं करनी है, मुझे मूवीज में कोई इंटरेस्ट पहले भी नहीं था, अभी भी नहीं है. जनरली मुझे बाहर भी नहीं जाना है. आई डोंट गो आउटसाइड, मुझे नहीं अच्छा लगता है.
But why should you isolate yourself? What makes you feel the necessity to isolate yourself?
Because जहाँ पे लोग एंजॉय करते हैं, जिस चीज को वो लोग एंजॉयमेंट बोलते हैं, मुझे वहां पे कोई खुशी नहीं. मुझे वो लगता है कि they are wasting their time. मतलब for example they are going for some party or get together, तो मुझे लगता है कि वहां पे जाके भी वो क्या कर रहे हैं, मतलब they are just gossiping, eating good food, coming back, इधर उधर की बातें. तो मुझे लगता है this is not my cup of tea.
Okay. Then why are you depressed?
मुझे नहीं समझ में आ रहा है ना गुरुजी. मुझे कुछ, मैं अभी एक ऐसे स्टेट में हूँ where there is so much to say but I don't have words. मतलब मुझे
डिप्रेशन का मतलब क्या है?
मुझे नहीं पता गुरुदेव. डिप्रेशन का मतलब ये है कि मुझे ये लगता है कि डिप्रेशन का मतलब मुझे ये है कि सब कुछ होते हुए भी आप खुश नहीं हो. I have so much gratitude कि भगवान मेरे पास सब कुछ है, लेकिन फिर भी मैं खुश नहीं हूँ। खुश इसलिए नहीं हूँ कि आपको कैसे पाना है, और ये जो आपने आजू बाजू में जो लोग मुझे दे रखे हैं, what my problem is, Guruji, my question is, what makes me to stop replying back to people? मैं क्यों किसी को कुछ जवाब नहीं देती हूँ? और अगर मैं किसी ने मुझे कुछ कहा तो मुझे लगता है ठीक है, अगर मैं बोलूंगी तो बात और बढ़ जाएगी। आई ऑलवेज थिंक कि ठीक है मैं चुप रहती हूँ, तो वो चुप रह के मेरा सेल्फ एस्टीम इतना जीरो माइनस में चला गया है कि मुझे लगता है मुझे बात ही करनी नहीं आती है, मेरे को अब और बात करनी भी नहीं है। मैं क्या
ओके, सो
बोलूं?
आपका आपका तो बहुत लंबा चौड़ा किस्सा है। तो यू प्लीज, यू हैव गॉट माय नंबर, यू हैव गॉट माय पर्सनल नंबर 555555.
हाँ,
WhatsApp me, because see, on this call, all I can tell you is that you need to be on this call every day. And if possible, you come on Instagram at 7 for 11 minutes every day. आपका लाइफ बदल जाएगा। लेकिन अगर आप ये कॉल में कभी कभी आएंगे तो काम नहीं होगा।
ट्रू। Instagram what time?
7 o'clock. AiR Happiness Secret. Administrator, please paste it. AiR Happiness Secret. Please paste it.
Instagram what time, sir? Evening 7
At
o'clock
7.
or morning?
Evening 7 o'clock. Please join. आपका डिप्रेशन सब गुम हो जाएगा, आप खुश हो जाएगी। Join every day for 11 minutes. Please join. Thank you, Sonal, and I'm looking forward to helping you sort this matter. Saroja, Sachin, Nitai, and Govind. Saroja, Sachin, Nitai,
Thank
Govind.
you. Yes. I think we have to accept everyone as they are and not try to change anybody. And even while doing any works, we should always have sip on our lips while doing working, walking, cooking, whatever it is. Always in the mind, sip should be there. And we should not respond, but we should respond, not react with anybody. And we should know that they are in ignorance, they are in avidya. So just forget and forgive them and be loving with everybody, and no clinging and no hatred.
Very good, very good, very good points. All good points. तो सोनल, आपके चैट पे इंस्टाग्राम का नेम है हैप्पीनेस सीक्रेट बाय एयर. Instagram, that's the name of the channel. Happiness, I think with 3 P's, no? HAPPPI. Happiness Secret by AiR. Every evening at 7, we have this chat for 11 in this name of the channel. So Saroja very beautifully said, Saroja, all your points are valid. But you know, my dear friends, Saroja and the rest of you, today we have to snap out of this. Today's call, we have to snap out of this family, society, how to deal with it. Today we should find a solution. And I will try to help you with that solution. But after the next person is Sachin, Nitai, Govind. Sachin, Nitai, Govind.
Shubham Guruji.
Yes, sir.
Shubham Guruji. I just want to say what I have been experiencing for 1 month. Hello?
Yes, sir.
Hello?
Please speak. We can hear
Shubham
you.
Guruji, I said what I want to say from my experience over last 1 month plus now, because even I get a lot of distractions from my home. In fact, my wife keeps saying, क्या कर क्या रहे हो तुम, क्या हो रहा है, एक तो नौकरी नहीं है, दूसरा ये सब क्या कर रहे हो, तुम्हें क्या हो गया, पागल हो गए तुम. मैं कहा नहीं, कुछ नहीं हुआ. I'm just trying to figure out what I need to do, and this is my priority now. So this is the continuous thing which is happening. So अभी क्या हो गया, now I attend your one hour call, this one, plus I also attend that 11 minutes. So और ज्यादा बढ़ गया है. So I am ignoring you. That's what I am saying. This is my experience, what I'm doing. I'm also ignoring, as some other people said that. I'm just ignoring. I'm not giving the importance to it. I'm just listening and ignoring it.
But sometimes ignoring can create a little bit more burst. Sometimes if you ignore family and society, they can create a blast. So we have to ignore in a manner of detached attachment. We have to ignore without them knowing that it's being ignored. If you make the ignoring obvious, then they may blast you. फिर तो छोड़ेंगे नहीं. So you don't make it obvious. Okay? Good, Sachin. Keep up. You will find solution and you will move forward. Don't worry about it. We have got Nitai, Govind, Rumataji, Shair, and finally administrator. Yes.
Pranam Guruji. I too struggle with this. I know you gave answers, everybody else who talked before me gave very right answer. But I think we grow up with our upbringing teaches that, okay, your responsibility to your society, to your family, to your parents, to your kids, those come before everything else. And that's was part of our upbringing. And I find very difficult to snap out of it. And I also want to ask you, should spirituality, that I am in a spiritual path, should that be a public thing or a very private thing?
Why should it be I don't understand why people feel that spirituality should be a private thing. What is there? Why should it be private? You should be proud of being spiritual. There's nothing wrong in being spiritual. Point number one. And point number two, this whole problem of struggling with family and society and being taught that family and society is the most important. We have to set this right. Unfortunately, we have to put family and society as an integration into our life. But if we are going to put family and society more important than our spirituality and not be proud of our spirituality and say spirituality, some people feel shy to say, I'm spiritual. Why should you feel shy to say you're spiritual? Many people feel shy to say I'm religious, for that matter. And there are many people who are proud to say I'm religious. Even that is wrong. I would say being religious sometimes is a very personal matter, because religion is my relationship with God. But I don't think that you don't have to be ashamed or shy of spirituality. But Nitai, the struggle that you're having, right?
Yes.
That struggle is because, I'll tell you something before the end of this call, I'd like to say it. We have a wrong understanding of our family and society. We think my family is only my close family. What about this family of divine souls? Why do we have to feel this is a big problem? We feel this is my society is important. Why have we created hatred? Like I told in one of the calls, why should there be hatred between an India-Pakistan cricket match? Why should there be so much hatred? I think that this whole cause is the ego, is the ignorance. Like some people call it ignorance. We are ignorant, we are divine souls. The moment we realize spiritually that we are all one part of one divine, where is the question of family and society dissolves? There is no meaning of family and society. My family and society expands to fill the world. No doubt, my mother will be an important part of my family. My father will be an important part of my family. But everybody else also is part of my family. Then the whole perspective changes. So, Nitya, I don't know whether this will help you or not.
It does. I just wanted your vision on this, because Thakur Ramakrishna used to also say that when the tree is little, you have to put fences around it to make it grow. So every spiritual beginner should practice it in his or her heart until it takes root, and then once.
Yes, agreed. That's a good strategy to do. But remember, spirituality has to become a fire, because the spirituality is a realization, it is enlightenment. It cannot be put under the blanket. Initially, you can keep it in the fence, but then let it grow. Okay.
I do also worry that making it private, does it make me kind of more proud? That is, oh, I am now a spiritual guy, and you
You
guys
mean
are all
private or making it
ignorant.
public? You mean making it public? Making it public will make you proud, is what you're saying. Or making it private?
Yes. Making it
You said
public
private.
makes.
No, you said private. Okay. So, no. So see, Ditai, when you are genuinely spiritual, then you cannot be proud of being spiritual, because being spiritual means there is no you and me. There is no duality. So where is the question of pride? Where is the question of becoming arrogant or nothing? It will dissolve. True spirituality is you and me are one. We are not separate. Okay?
Thank you.
Thank you. Govind Rumataji, Shire, Administrator.
Shivam Sipper.
Shivam Govind, bolo.
Hi. I'm trying to look at your question from a slightly different angle.
Yes.
Your question is, how do spiritual people deal with their family and society? Probably it could also mean, first of all, if the person is already spiritual, how does he
Yes.
deal with everyday situations with his family and society? Which
Correct.
means in a daily life, there are so many different situations that you experience with
Yes.
different people in the family.
Yes.
And different situations can occur with your spouse, with your children, or other family members in the family, right?
Yes.
People can have grandfather, grandmother, and so on, right?
Yes.
So my my comment on this would be to have no expectations. When you have expectations, that results in disappointment, anger, hatred, and a lot of frustration. But if you have no expectations and you're just giving love, then you are not disappointed.
Yeah. So then you solve the problem. Then your spirituality, then you have no problem with family and society.
Exactly. That is my point. There are 2 points that I would think. First is no expectations, because I think expectations is the root cause of situations in a family.
Yes.
Because you expect something from that family member, it doesn't perform, they don't do it in accordance to your expectation, and then you can get angry, you can get disappointed, and it can go on, right? There's a long list that
So
can occur from that.
therefore, going, spirituality teaches us the art of acceptance, the art of
Yes.
surrender, the
Yeah.
art of breaking down the ego that says I. So all these aspects of spirituality make you spiritual. Today's question is more, even though you are spiritual, sometimes a family or society becomes a pressure. Either the pressure is from the side of the family and society, or the pressure is in a spiritual person towards the family and society.
Yes, it could be either way.
So our challenge as a spiritual person should not have a pressure on family and spirituality by expanding family spirituality to a larger extent. And from family and spirituality, if we keep our spirituality in the right hand as a priority, then nothing will go wrong. These are the 2 large conclusions we have reached today.
Correct. So these were my 2 points, actually. First was no expectations, and second was acceptance. Accept everybody, because whoever is doing whatever they're doing is probably right from their viewing angle. You have to be in their shoes to be able to, you can't judge them without being in their shoes.
Beautifully said, but keep in mind, don't let your spirituality get diluted. Keep that in mind.
Got it.
Because that's important. Thank you, Govind. Rumataji, Shire, Administrator. Thank you. We have 2 more. Rumataji, Shire, and Administrator.
Pranam Guruji, Shivoham Guruji.
Boliye Mataji.
Guruji, if we live like a lotus flower, that is the best way. जैसे कमल का फूल जैसे झील में न डूबता, योगी भी संसार में न डूबता. तो गुरुजी, आई थिंक द बेस्ट वेज, आप कहते हैं ना हमेशा ऊपर ऊपर से रहना चाहिए.
Good,
संसार
beautiful.
में
What
लोटस फ्लावर की तरह.
Yeah, very good. Rumataji is saying a lotus does not sink, even though there's a family, even though the society in which we are blossomed or we have bloomed, we should not sink into it, because the lotus is always looking upwards towards SIP. Our priority is SIP. SIP should be on the lip. The challenge is not to sink in samsara. Beautiful, Rumataji. Thank you.
And Guruji, we have to hold the hand of SIP always, and always remember him, never forget.
Very good. Thank you, Rumataji. Shayad, and then Administrator has a point. Shayad, bolo.
Prabhu, Shivam.
Shivam, sir.
Well, I agree to everyone, but कभी-कभी मुश्किल होती है.
क्या मुश्किल होती है?
मुश्किल होती है, किसी शायर ने बड़ा अच्छा कहा सर. तो अपनी पहचान बढ़ा, क्योंकि भीड़ में चलने वाले लोग हैं। तो अपना रास्ता खुद ढूंढ, बिना रास्ता चलने वाले लोग और हैं। अपना देखना है तो बड़ा देख, बुरा सपना देखने के लिए लोग हैं बोला। क्योंकि द अल्टीमेट इज प्रभु पाना, यही मकसद। अब वो विथ देम और विदाउट देम, ये पर्पस इज देयर, देन यू कैन हैंडल एवरीथिंग।
Beautiful, very beautifully. So, Shair, therefore, what Shair is told very beautifully to conclude, and then administrator your time. What Shair is told very beautifully, what is our ultimate goal? Our ultimate goal is Prabhupana. Our ultimate goal is spirituality. Our ultimate goal is SIP. Whether family, society, ये वो, तो शायर वो भी एक गाना है ना शायर, कुछ तो लोग कहेंगे, लोगों का काम है कहना, छोड़ो बेकार की बातों में। शायर क्या ये बेकार की बातों में जाके फंस जाना शायर, कोई ना कोई बोलेगा, फैमिली सोसाइटी कोई ना कोई डायलॉग मारेगा। क्या हमारे को वी हैव गॉट SIP is a priority. But I've guided you all today quickly. I want to close by telling you, don't think of your family and society to be so small. Expand it. And in that expanded family and society, don't forget who you are and what's your purpose. Your purpose is SIP. What I told Prabhupana. Catch hold of SIP. Family, society, ठीक है. हाँ, बोलो क्या है? My mother will phone and say, where are you? You are not in the house from so many days. I said, you are not seeing properly. I'm in the room only. When my mother calls and tells me, where are you? You are gone to Iceland so many days. You are not there. I said, you see properly. I'm in the room only. I am not in Iceland. Then she will start laughing. Then she says, oh, then she says, okay, you are. So sometimes we have to be able to even let them be in a lighter humor and move forward in a path. Administrator wants to say something.
SIP everyone. Actually, after the first successful retreat in the month of May, we are planning second retreat, Ansa retreat. Ansa retreat for the new seekers who are not aware of it. Ansa retreat is basically AiR network of souls that are awakened. So all these seekers who are actively participating here in the Zoom call, just wanted to ask each one of you, if we are organizing this retreat in Pune, who all can participate. It's happening on 28th and 29th September 2024.
Okay,
Please
so
raise
so
your hands.
so everybody can send, you can give your input tomorrow at the call. The next spiritual retreat, which is free of cost, everything is paid up. You don't have to pay anything. Food, boarding, lodging is all taken care. But for spiritual seekers, she said, I think 28th and 29th of September,
Correct.
and this location is Pune. So if because we feel every few months there should be an opportunity for people. If there is enough number of people, then we will request Shire to work with the team to coordinate the retreat. But first we should have enough number of people who would like the location, Pune. So Bombay, Pune area people who can come close by, and it's 28th, 29th of September. So this is information. If you all can start interacting with each other, start updating the administrators, we will be able to get closer to that. But remember, family and society, today's call, expand it, and don't let it occupy the priority of SIP. SIP should be on your lip. With folded hands, I bow down to you.